Steph kind of Axios. Judge Napolitano joining us right now. You know, the judge was here, and he's the host of Liberty on Nation on Fox. And I'm telling you, Judge, one of the things that you said that stuck out in my mind was, for some, it's never going to be over, and for a few, it is not. And I'm wondering what you make of that, and that all are not going along with this Nancy Pelosi plea to cease and desist.
So trying to get in use Congressman Schiff as an example. Congressman Schiff's head. Here's what I think he's talking about. We saw on Sunday a 4-page summary of a 700-page report. The 700-page report is a summary of 2 million pages of documents of raw evidence. In the 700-page summary of the 2 million pages of raw evidence, there is undoubtedly some evidence of a conspiracy and some evidence of obstruction of justice. Just not enough evidence. I'm thinking the way I believe Congressman Schiff is thinking, according to Attorney General Barr, not enough evidence to prove it beyond a reasonable doubt, which is the standard. Prosecutors ethically cannot bring a charge unless they believe they can prove it beyond a reasonable doubt. So once the 700 pages comes out, and this is my criticism of the Attorney General, he shouldn't have even tipped his hands on this. But once the 700 pages comes out, the Democrats will have, and other Trump opponents will have a field day with what is in there. If there were no evidence of conspiracy and no evidence of obstruction, the Attorney General would have told us so. He didn't. So there is something in there that the Democrats and opponents of the president want to see. They will see it, and they'll make hay out of it. And then they'll second-guess Bob Mueller as to whether or not it is enough evidence to meet the legal standard of proof of guilt beyond a reasonable doubt.
But if Barr characterized it the way he did, I know he ran that by Rod Rosenstein, but it would stand to reason someone ran it by Mueller, right? Because Mueller, if he found that characterization offensive or just outright wrong, wouldn't he have gotten out a clarifying statement?
Yes and no. On the conspiracy charge, Mueller, I'm just going to use their last names for a brief. Mueller, Rosenstein, and Barr are on the same page. There's something there, but it's not enough to prove guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. On the obstruction charge, Mueller did what a lot of prosecutors do. They kick it upstairs. Let the boss decide this. The evidence is equivocal. So there is evidence of obstruction. There's evidence of no obstruction. They're equivocal. We're going to let the boss decide. The boss, Bill Barr, decided we're not prosecuting him. Whatever that evidence is of obstruction is what the president's adversaries will have a field day with.
And for weeks or months, once it comes out, right?
For 2 years, for the duration of his term.
All right. Judge, you're amazing. I understood that. That's what makes sense.
And I understood this inversion stuff. Gasparino thought that he's the